Hello again. What's going on with the ECAT? Good question. We don't know much more than we knew probably a couple of weeks ago. I think was the last time I posted a video. Although Andrea Rossi did sort of clarify the situation in connection with his partner or his partners. Basically, he explained that Leonardo Corporation, of which he is the CEO, is the licensor, that his partner, the manufacturer, is the global licensee for marketing and manufacturing of ECAT. And this manufacturing partner is being supported by the financial group, the fund, and this energy provider, which is I suppose is going to be a customer in a way, if they're going to use ECATs to feed electricity into the grid. Apart from that, we don't know much more. Andrea Rossi has said that he is using AI now to help him in his work with his scientific and technical work, which he is now doing as the chief scientist of this new partnership. Even though he remains CEO of Leonardo Corporation, he also has a position in the partnership as chief scientist. But I thought it was interesting that he is using AI. It was almost sounded a little bit apologetic. He said in the interview I did with him, he said, I must confess I'm using AI and it's helping me quite a lot. And, you know, AI is one of those topics that just seems to be cropping up over and over in the business press or in the technology world. I don't think it's going to go away. In fact, it looks like almost all the major technical companies now, technology companies, that is their big push. You know, people like Google or Tesla. Of course, you've got the Microsoft, Meta, all these giant tech companies. It seems to be their major push when it comes to new products, and it's almost like an arms race. And I'm sure it's not just corporations, but it's entire countries, I'm sure, are trying to grapple with what AI will mean to them. I don't think anyone really knows where AI will lead us. Although I do have the sense that when the ECAT, if and when the ECAT, I suppose I should qualify that, if and when the ECAT comes on the scene, that it will probably be seen as a great partner technology for these AI companies, because one of the major issues that they have to deal with is providing enough power for their AI operations. Apparently, AI data centers require a lot more energy than just your traditional server farms that are used to, like with social media and things like that, because of all the computing power that's required to operate AI. And it's actually, I read that for example, I think it was Tesla, they have built this huge AI campus somewhere, and they would just brought in a huge amount of gas turbines just to deploy next to their AI operations in order to provide them with enough electricity to do what they need to do. And in some places, it's become quite a controversial issue within communities, because you have AI operations that are taking a lot of power from utilities that are normally feeding the consumers and normal businesses, and now their hunger for this new and increased amounts of electricity is causing residential electricity rates to go up. And so my sense is that ECAT could really be an attractive form of electricity, because you wouldn't necessarily have to put your AI data centers into residential areas or into places where there's already a huge demand for electricity. That if the ECAT is an off-grid power source, then it will be something that you could put anywhere, and you wouldn't necessarily have to be reliant upon utilities or competing with other people for electricity. That's just one thing that I think the ECAT could help with. I think it could help with a lot of other. Of course, I think it could help with a great deal more power needs. But now another thing about AI is that it's not necessarily just going to be used in computer applications, although that's where it's starting to be used right now. But one of the things that people see on the horizon is that AI is going to be used in the physical world with robotics. And robotics obviously need their own power source. So you can think, if you think about ECATs and robots together, it's almost a terrifying thought, because where would that lead? Any technology that has come on the scene throughout history has had its very useful and beneficial effects, but they can also have destructive effects. By nature, I'm optimistic that the good will outweigh the bad, but I don't think we should be naive to the potential negative consequences either. Another thing that people talk about in connection with AI is the effect on employment, that many jobs that are now done by humans could possibly be taken over by machines powered by AI. And obviously when lots of jobs disappear, there has a social and a human cost. And I've thought about that also in terms of ECAT. If there really is an energy revolution, lots of people who are currently employed in the energy industry could have their employment affected. So I think we've got to think about these things. I don't know what the solution is, and I don't know what the eventual outcome is going to be, but these things obviously come to mind. It will be interesting to see how society adapts both to AI and to the eventual arrival of ECAT and other similar energy breakthroughs. It's going to be something that I think will be a point. It's already a point of discussion in terms of AI, but I think it will also, when people suddenly realize that we do have a new way of producing energy, I think the conversation will certainly be in a similar vein to what's going on with AI. Anyway, those are just a few of my musings. it'll be interesting to see how things develop. Possibly things will develop in ways that are really on no one's radar at this moment. The future is very unpredictable. It always is. But I think people are, just by nature, always trying to anticipate what might be coming and try and prepare. Thank you all very much. I will see you later.